Hey y'all. So here we go. Let's dive into the Apple of Discord, a very famous scene from Greek mythology, and what is essentially the banquet, the wedding banquet of King Peleus and his wife, the sea nymph Thetis. So yeah, let's dive in. So this is a bit of a complex image. We've got a lot of different characters and sort of groups of characters interacting with each other. So it was a bit of a challenge to come up with a composition where everyone reads clearly. But that's the challenge of these types of scenes as an artist is sort of staging it and creating a composition that's pleasing, where your eye can move around the frame. And one thing I'm still struggling with is, or still growing as an artist and have room for improvement, is kind of having areas in my images where there isn't much detail or contrast, and it allows the eye to just rest. I think I have this inclination to want to fill in every section with something interesting, and I think sometimes it can work against me in creating an image that is just frankly too busy. So that's something I want to keep in mind as I continue to grow as an artist and develop and move and just evolve. Just keep that in mind. So on the left there, I've got Eris hiding, and then just to her right are the three goddesses, and then here in the center we have King Peleus and Poseidon with the horses. And you'll notice the centaur Chiron is kind of in the foreground, sort of bottom right area. I actually end up later moving him closer to the king and the blue tent just because it just made more sense. He's handing him the spear as a gift, and I wanted that closer connection between those two characters. So yeah, and another thing with this scene is I wanted it to feel very like warm and pastoral and sort of just kind of idyllic as far as them being out in nature and it being a celebration. One thing that was a challenge as well is that there's not a lot of historical reference for tents or just what a ancient Greek wedding in the countryside might look like. So I didn't go crazy with all of those cultural details. It's more of an impression of the scene. And again, there's so many characters and so many little things going on. I didn't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole of furniture and chairs and more crowds of people, and it's just getting a little too busy for me. So I tried to find that happy balance where it suggests some of the furniture or the tents or tables, but also not go too overboard as well. So yeah, just warming the whole thing up again. I want it to feel like a really warm and cozy and um, it's a very, as I've said, idyllic, celebratory event. So we want to lean into that and make it feel good. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good.